Hey, welcome back. I'm Jason Jarvie with Realty ONE Group here in the Phoenix metro area. And by request this week, we're going to be taking a look at condos in the Mesa area, doing our deep dive. So as always, let's start with what are the sellers doing in the Mesa condo area, right? And looking at our graph, active listings have been on the downfall all year long. Not much different than what's happening in the greater metro area. You can see right now sitting at about 98 on the market. When I check our MLS, there's about 100, so these numbers are just slightly skewed. But when I subtract out age-restricted communities, that drops to 43. So there's definitely not a lot on the market. And our new listings, they're following suit right behind with almost nothing coming on at 523 total so far this year, which follows again the trend in the greater area here, even when you just look down directly at condos. So with barely any inventory on the market in the condo sector, what are sellers feeling? Are they feeling optimistic? Are they dropping the price? Are they giving concessions? Are they sticking around on the market for a long time? Well, when you look at the number of concessions that are currently happening, we're sitting at right at 40% with an average concession of $6,713. And that's compared to the market on a whole sitting at about 40%. Now remember, when we go back in time and we look here, you can see in the condo market, the concessions are a little bit fewer often as far as how many are happening. And that looks like we're landing somewhere in that upper 20s to low 30s range as far as the percentage of closings with concessions. When you look at the price changes, you can see we're following, again, fewer and fewer price changes occurring as well, with 13 price changes or price cuts as of April 30th. Now, with fewer price cuts, fewer concessions happening, and even less inventory, you would expect that pricing is going up. But right now what we're seeing is a complete divergence from what's happening in the greater market, where in the greater Phoenix area, at least in the residential side, we've seen the average price per square foot improving since about late December, early January. And what we're looking at here is that we plateaued in the condo market here in Mesa. At that time, it started to come up, then it fell, started, and then it fell. So because there's so little inventory, you can see that it hasn't itself recovered. I imagine that with few homes and options available, it will. And you can see that when you look at the number of homes going under contract. We've had a bit of a dip here coming into week 18 from 163 down to 145. Now, over the average of what's happened in the past, that's more normal to start to see a dip this time of year as it gets warmer. So with very few homes for sale, still buyers in the market, let's look at what those two put together give us as far as a contract ratio. And what we're looking at here is a contract ratio of 148, which puts us into the frenzy territory. So let's compare it to week 18 from 2019, and we see we're at 139, so we're higher. Back in 2018, 146, still higher, and moving back higher in 2017 and 16 as well. So the market is improving in this area. These general signs would tell us that we will see a rebound in pricing. It just hasn't happened yet. So as we put all of this data together, let's take a look at the speedometer, our comfort market index. And the thing to note here is that it doesn't break out condos, townhomes, patios, detached, attached, or anything there. It gives us a picture of Mesa as a whole. And what we're looking at here is the pink line, and you can see that all year long it has been improving. When we add in 2019, it's actually right on pace for what was happening at that point. And if you recall, the market as a whole has crossed over 2019, but you can see that here in Mesa, it was a little busier back then in 2019 than it is right now. And when we look at our speedometer, you can see that our demand is at 76% of 100. Our index is at 187 and supply down at 40. So because we have a low supply and a high demand, we are seeing that market starting to turn around as a whole, but the condo market itself hasn't improved quite yet, not in price at least. So keep looking at what's happening in the data. Like, subscribe, comment. If you have a city, a market, a price point, something of that nature that I can break down for you, let me know in the comments, reach out, we can chat over the phone, or shoot me an email. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.